Alright everybody, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. So today I wanted to talk about the Singularity changes, and how much of a resounding success they were, with one exception, and we'll get to that. But the overall changes they've done to Singularity, even some of the minor stuff they've changed since PTB, has just, it's been so good. For those who don't know, I am a Chucky main, but Singularity is my secondary character. I play him a lot. Ironically, he's my turn my brain off character. Trust me, if you look back at my videos enough, you'll understand why. But the changes they've done to him are all very, very, for the most part, minor quality of life things. They made part of Soma-based kits. The way the EMPs are activated now, the survivors can't just instantly get them once the recharge station is done. There is a couple things, though, I do want to say. If you do want the full list of changes, by the way, it's all in the Dead by Daylight forums. I'll probably link it below. If I forget, someone remind me in the comments, please. So there's two things with the Singularity that I do think need to be addressed. While I love all the changes, especially the minor things like the audio noise you get when you're aiming at somebody. I don't know if you heard that noise, but chef's kiss to that. That's such a small thing that makes him feel so much better to play. But the things that I think need to be addressed, as much as I would love to continue to be positive, there's no real such thing as constructive positivity, now is there? Killer Instinct. This is the first thing I want to address because I think it's the least egregious of the two things. Killer Instinct on him, while I do enjoy it because it means once you hit someone in a camera with the slipstream, you get the Killer Instinct. And it not only helps you with tracking a few times, but it also helps me with not being disoriented, which is one of the bigger problems with Singularity and why a lot of people don't like playing him. Once you get out of the camera, even if you're good at him, sometimes you can feel disoriented on exactly where you're looking and where the survivor was in relation to you, because you're looking from two different perspectives. The human brain sucks at that stuff sometimes. But yeah, so the Killer Instinct definitely helps with that. However, I would say we need to tone it down on one aspect of it at the very least. I think when survivors infect other survivors, it shouldn't give the Killer Instinct. I understand why they did this, but I do think it's a little bit much, especially in solo queue. And as often as I always say, I think we need to balance for solo queue and not Swift. And I think solo queue is definitely going to get affected by this more than often. This gives Singularity basically map-wide info if the survivors decide to stack up on a gen, while one slipstream and just goes up to them and immediately slipstreams the other one, and now he can just start heading that way, or if he has a camera nearby, immediately look at them. So that would be one thing I would change. I don't think that's as problematic as the second thing I'm going to mention, but the Killer Instinct definitely needs to be addressed just a tiny bit. I honestly wouldn't mind if it was an add-on and not just base kit, which leads us into the second thing, one of his new add-ons. Soma Family Photo. So, before the change, Soma Family Photo was probably the most ran Singularity add-on. For those who don't know, it gave you a 5% speed boost whenever you slipstream to a survivor. Now, the thing with this is what it does now is if a survivor is both slipstreamed and injured and you slipstream to them, they are hindered, but also deep wounded. This is the issue. This makes Singularity a tunneling machine if they use it properly. You're off the record means nothing. Borrowed time's not that big of a deal because it's 10 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. But you're basically, if you're running off the record specifically to not get tunneled, this negates it completely. It's very similar to Original Pain on Pinhead. And I am considering that is still in the game. I don't think they're ever going to touch this again. My suggestion, I would swap Soma and make it an add-on that gives you Killer Instinct when survivors slipstream each other. Would it be an impressive add-on? No, but it would still be decently good, and it wouldn't be an add-on that encourages really, really scummy gameplay. And I think it's the biggest issue I have with this add-on, is with many things in this game I have an issue with. It's not necessarily that it's super powerful, it's that it encourages a playstyle I don't want encouraged. Is tunneling necessary? Yes. Do players have to do it? Yes, I understand that completely. Are players going to do it anyways? Yes. I just don't want to make their job easier or have something that encourages them to do it as is. But overall, the Singularity change is brilliant. I love it. Behavior, more stuff like this. This was perfect. Unlike Night, which we'll get into in another video. For those who don't know, we did do our Singularity podcast already. We interviewed Phoenix Taru, very good friend of the channel. She does the timestamps on those, by the way, so you guys should give her some love for that. But we will be doing a follow-up after the changes. And from what I'm hearing from the Singularity community in general, a lot of them are very happy with them, with the one exception of Soma. Even some of the newer add-ons they added in, like the one that increases the range of the cameras, brilliant. It's so good. It actually encourages Singularities to have them in higher traffic areas at longer distances that can't be EMP'd. The one that lets you scan faster, brilliant. Loved it. I used it quite a bit, actually. But yeah, I really do hope this has the intention that Behavior is hoping for, and Singularity's played a little bit more. A lot of the quality of life stuff is great. A lot of the base kit changes that aren't quality of life, but in general just buffs, are great. I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too little. I think there's a couple things we can adjust here and there, but overall Behavior, kudos to you. I think this was a perfect change for the character. Will his play rate massively go up? I don't think it ever will. He's still a niche character and in a playstyle that a lot of people don't enjoy, even if they play him like I do, where he's kind of just a rush-down palette killer. But yeah. And I guess, let me know what you guys thought of the Singularity update. If you played it, if you haven't, all that stuff. I always love to hear from you guys. And as always, have a good one. And yeah, bye.
Subscribe, damn it. I'll be back. I always come back, and so should you, you moron.